Hey friend, welcome to the BotBuhdy AI report. Today we've got a packed show for you. OpenAI wants to give the US government a 5% stake. Meta is building a cloud business to sell AI computing power. DeepSeek breaks its own rules. China's AI spy playbook just got more dangerous. And finally, UN women. AI is reproducing gender bias at scale, and women are being locked out. Let's get into it.
Sam Altman is negotiating something nobody saw coming. OpenAI is in early talks to hand the United States government a 5% stake in the company. The Financial Times broke the story and Bloomberg confirmed it. Altman reportedly proposed this to the Trump administration as part of a wider deal where Washington would own a slice of each of the top US AI companies. President Trump has acknowledged the talks without confirming a deal. Here is why this matters. OpenAI is heading toward an IPO. That could value it at $1 trillion. A 5% stake at that valuation is worth $50 billion of taxpayer upside. But this cuts both ways. If the government is a shareholder, what influence does it gain over which models get built, how they get deployed, and who they serve? Every other country watching this will ask the same question. This could be Sam Altman's most clever political maneuver yet, or the moment the AI industry crossed a line it cannot uncross.
Okay, this next one. I am genuinely excited about this. You are going to love it.
Meta just made a move that sent its stock up nearly 10%. The company is building a brand new cloud business called Meta Compute, designed to sell excess AI, computing power to outside customers. Bloomberg reported that the initiative will be led by Meta Superintelligence Labs head Daniel Gross and President Dina Powell McCormick. And it is not just raw compute. Meta is also considering letting third parties access its own AI models through this platform, including its new closed-weight model called MuseSpark. Think about what this means. For years, Meta has been shoveling money into data centers and AI infrastructure at a pace that made even Wall Street nervous. Zuckerberg himself said in May that a cloud computing business is, quote, definitely on the table. Now it is happening. The parallel people are drawing is to Amazon. When Amazon had more servers than it needed, it created AWS, which is now worth more than most countries' GDP. Meta is betting it can pull off the same trick. The question is whether the cloud market wants what Meta is selling.
This one caught my eye. There is more to this story than you might think.
For years, DeepSeek founder Liang Wenfeng ran his AI lab on one strict principle: no outside money, period. That principle is now officially dead. DeepSeek has just completed its first ever external funding round, raising 51 billion yuan, roughly $7.5 billion US dollars, at a valuation approaching 400 billion yuan, or about $59 billion. It is the largest single AI fundraise in the history of China. So what changed? Two things. First, the US export restrictions have made it harder and more expensive for Chinese AI labs to access the computing hardware they need. DeepSeek wants to build its own domestic infrastructure so it never has to worry about that again. Second, the AGI race is intensifying, and staying lean only works for so long when everyone else is spending at warp speed. Remember, DeepSeek made global headlines in early 2025 when its model matched the best American systems at a tiny fraction of the cost. Now they are done playing small. This is DeepSeek going on offense.
All right, let's go. This next story has me fired up. You are going to want to hear this.
The AI espionage war just got a lot more personal. China-linked actors are no longer just launching cyber attacks at big tech giants. They are now going after AI, startups, and they are doing it from the inside. CNBC documented multiple cases of new employees at AI companies being targeted for attack the moment they joined. In one case, a startup called Agentic Capital says a suspected China-hired employee deliberately altered code and website content to damage the company's ability to raise venture funding. Security experts say the playbook has evolved. It used to be hack the network, steal the data. Now it is place an insider, sabotage the company, drain the knowledge. AI startups are particularly vulnerable because they move fast, trust quickly, and rarely have the security budgets of a Fortune 500 company. Stanford's DigiChina project says distinguishing state-backed espionage from individual actors is increasingly difficult, which is exactly what makes this so hard to fight. The AI race is not just being run in data centers, it is being run in job interviews.
Now this next story really got me thinking. This could change everything.
UN Women dropped a report this week that every person building AI should read. The warning is direct. Artificial intelligence is not neutral. It is reproducing centuries of gender bias, amplifying online abuse targeting women, and shutting women out of the rooms where the digital future is being designed. Here's the core problem. AI systems learn from human history and human data, and human history has a well-documented gender problem. When you train a machine on that data without correcting for it, you do not get a neutral result. You get a machine that learns to associate women with certain jobs, certain roles, and certain limitations. Then that machine gets used in hiring, in healthcare, in social media moderation, in justice systems, and suddenly the bias is not just a statistical artifact, it is a policy. UN Women is calling for urgent governance reform, more women in AI development, more diverse training data, and global frameworks that hold AI systems accountable for what they produce. The stakes are not abstract. This technology is already making decisions about billions of people's lives.
That's all for today, friend. If you found this helpful, smash that like button and hit subscribe. I will see you tomorrow with more AI news. Until then, stay curious, stay informed, and remember, leverage your intelligence.